I guess it's been going on for a while now, but I just want to really report this for Black History Month. It's really interesting how the birthright trip in Africa, having young adults and young African Americans to have the great opportunity to go to Africa in many countries such as Ghana, Nigeria, Rwanda, and just to discover the ancestry. Now, I know in Black History Month we primarily focus on the past and what our ancestors had went through, but for the most part, um, according to one of the owners of a nonprofit organization, they want to get young scholars, specifically those that are in their 20s in college and then even studying African American studies or philosophy, to have the opportunity to take what they learned from America, just like the little African stuff, American history they learned in America, and to go out into the country and really explore, explore the culture, go to different museums, universities, and heritage and just many cultural sites there, and in order to develop a good strong mental mindset like where their heritage originated from, man. And I just think this is a great opportunity. This is really good. Those who are in the New York and Washington area, really check that out, because you have to. The requirements is you got at least be between the ages 13 and 30 years old, U.S. citizen, of course of African descent. They consider all African Americans, well, Black people to be African Americans. Some type of African descent, Afro Asian. You could be Afro-Latina. All those type of various things, man. And then you go through this little scholarship, and it's online, and you apply, and they actually have a link of a partnership with those around your area that you can link up with and see if they have available seating. And once you do that, man, they tell you where to meet, and you go ahead and go about your business, man. And what's really great is too is that everything is free. The free, the hotel, the flight, the food, the trip, everything is free. All you have to do is just gain the experience, gain the knowledge, and just take what you learn into America. It was one interesting young lady. She went, and as soon as she stepped foot in Ghana, she just said it was a vibration. It was just a huge amount of energy just burning in her spirit that, wow, this is home, this is the motherland. And this really brings a lot of joy to me, because I always have a desire to go to Africa, see what it is. And in America they kind of paint a picture of like the poorest areas of Africa, like people just suffering and illnesses, they have malaria. I mean, even those things are true, but that's just one side. I mean, it's poverty everywhere. Even in America, you got people out here that's homeless all the time. About 60,000 homeless veterans. You got like over 600,000 people homeless in general, man, especially in the Bay Area. It's ridiculous. But with Africa, I really think this is a really great um, opportunity for those who want to see what it is for themselves, or the gold mines. And it would be nice if you can go to Egypt too. And of course you got to kind of be careful about some of the militias there. But man, I think this is a wonderful thing though, for young African Americans here. And I'm just gonna read some things here. Yeah, so one of their main priority, and I quote, is to address this gap in diversity and talent. Birthright Africa is creating the next generation of global leaders and entrepreneurs. Yes, that's true. That are proud of their African heritage, confident in their innovative aspirations, and connected to the African continent. Yeah, and for those, Akon City, he's, even though he got some deals and money deals and loans from the Chinese. So mainly the Chinese people are marrying African women and setting up different businesses there. I won't say they're taking over, but they really building up a great infrastructure there. It's a really good thing. You can see the lighting, you can see just the more the sanitary stuff, like more toilets are getting in there. Like Bill Gates and Melinda Gates, they started with that foundation, and helping those in different areas in Africa that's suffering from just the sewage system. So he came up with a way to talk to different engineers, the top engineers, to figure out a way to eliminate the waste, because there's some areas in the country they will like defecate, and then they will just take that waste and just dump it out, and that creates a lot of diseases as well, super bugs and species everywhere. It's just really not good. It's very unsanitary, and they're building up more school systems too, like more modernized schooling, like the buildings itself, the curriculums. I mean, it's a lot of things that you can really bring to the plate here in Africa, man. But those are suffering, so it's pretty much getting out of your comfort zone, but good experience. I'm not sure how long they're gonna be there, maybe a month or two, but even mission trips are good too. I know some churches go to Kenya. I know my church, my a church back in Michigan. We used to go there and helping out those individuals, man, that's less fortunate. And I just think this is a really great way to honor your legacy and what your ancestors has worked hard for, or where it's originated from, and just give you a sense of purpose. But that's really all I want to say about the birthright of Africa, man. You guys check that out. Just go into that online. Wish I can do it real soon, man. But this is something, just an eye opener. It was some pictures of people in Ghana there from 2017. So I was just like, oh man, this is so freaking cool. So just to CNN for this, and see if I can come up with something else. I might just close it. Yeah, I mean that's about it, man, for the most part. I'm gonna read with Kareem Williams. Kareem Williams, a 26-year-old scholar who went to Ghana on his birthright trip in 2019 as a participant of community-based Grow House, New York City. If you're linked to a partnership that can help, like I said before, it said he felt extremely disconnected from his Jamaican roots while growing up in New York. What surprised William the most, he said, was the kindness he received from the people in the country. Unlike the feeling of separation he has experienced in the U.S. for once, he felt like he belonged. Yeah, that's interesting too. He felt real comfortable. And the thing is, what I noticed, like in America, when you get kind of exploring more about your black culture, it can be kind of awkward sometimes if you don't have the right type of people around you that's want to encourage you. But if you in that country, they riding for you there. So that's really interesting too. But that's for a whole nother video, man. But I'm gonna go ahead and close. You guys continue to like, comment, subscribe. Please donate to the channel, Young Link Jr. and their Cash App. I'm out. Deuces.